so you and James have known each other for a long time, right? What did he tell you to finally get you to start playing pickleball?
I just remember he'd like send random texts, or like he'd like call me or my boyfriend at the time. He's like, you guys should play some pickleball, whatever. And we would just kind of like laugh it off. We're like, okay, like pickleball, like we're not gonna try that. The sound of the ball annoyed me. I was like, isn't that for like older people? I'm like, I did not take it seriously whatsoever.
I taught you a little bit how to dink. We messed around a little bit in the beginning, but I think you would have.
You literally worked with me every single day for like a year when I first started.
Yeah, but I think you would have ended up being really good no matter what.
So do you think pickleball might evolve into that eventually?
It's definitely evolving into that. Like, it's kind of crazy. It's starting to remind me a lot of tennis.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Open Play podcast. I'm Katrina, joined by my co-host James Ignatowich. Today we have a very special guest joining us. She's ranked 3rd in women's doubles, 4th in mixed doubles. She has 6 golds on the PPA tour, is an MLP champion, and she's one of the most dangerous defensive players on court. And yes, her name really is Hurricane. Welcome to the show, Tyra Black.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Wow, I'm getting completely pickleball resume mugged. This isn't good. I cannot compete with that. 3rd in.
You did this, James. You did this.
I taught you a little bit. You know, if I really wanted to like take any credit, it wouldn't be right. I taught you a little bit how to dink. We messed around a little bit in the beginning, but I think you would have.
You literally worked with me every single day for like a year when I first started.
Yeah, but I think you would have ended up being really good no matter what. I
wouldn't have even been playing pickleball.
Yeah, maybe I'm just being humble. Maybe I'm just being a humble coach. I don't know. I'm blushing now. I'm blushing, guys. I can't believe I'm getting credit for this.
The only reason I'm playing pickleball is because of James, and he also trained me, coached me, had his friends help me and coach me, so everything is thanks to James, so I owe him one. So that's why I'm on the pod today.
Wow.
That might be the only reason I was able to convince Tyra to come on. I was like, come on. I helped you dink a little bit in the beginning. When was that? So when did you first start playing? Was that 3 years ago now?
Yeah, it's been 3 years ago. It was like, I think in February 2023.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember because I was playing PPAs. I just played like the Minnesota PPA, and we were practicing. It's funny, like I played the Minnesota PPA with Catherine, if you guys remember what happened there. That was like a crazy, that was the big Papa Jimmy moment. And then I remember like 2 days later, we were on the court dinking. And yeah, it was me, you, Dave. If anybody knows who that is, he's gone now, but Pickleball Dave. And we all just were basically training. And I remember the first time I realized Tyra was going to be good was, we were playing with Jericho. And it was a crew. This was back in the day when it was me, Dave, Jericho, and Tyra all playing together. And so the first time that I knew that Tyra was going to be really good, I was pretty sure she was going to be good because we practiced tennis together, and she was so good at tennis, and I was like, this is, And the way that Tyra played tennis, like, you guys don't realize this, she would never really hit topspin on her forehand. Like, she played tennis in a way where I was like, I knew that she would be really good at pickleball. Like, some people, the way they play tennis, it's like there's no way they would be good at pickleball. Like me, how I played tennis, I never hit volleys. I wasn't good at defense. I didn't like to move my feet. I just had like a big serve, and I would just hit the ball from the baseline. And when I told people that I got good at pickleball, they were just like, no way. But then the same friends that I grew up practicing with, I was like, yeah, also like Tyra got really good at pickleball. They're all like, well, yeah, of course, duh. Completely different situation. But I remember the first time I knew Tyra was going to be good was when I was playing with our crew that we were practicing with, a couple of our friends when we were younger, Dave and Jericho. Jericho was like a high 5'0" guy at the time. Like, he was a pretty good player, and he still is. And we were practicing together, and Tyra had been playing for I think like 2 months, and we were just drilling like hands battles, like volleys. And I think there was one point where Tyra probably won like 6 hands battles in a row against Jericho, who's like a 5'0" guy who had been playing for like 2 years. And Jericho, I think, got so mad. I don't remember what he did, but I think he might have broke something. All I know is like I was like, okay, like, girl that just picked up pickleball 2 months ago, beating up on high 5'0" guys, she's going to be really good. So then we started practicing, and I would keep coaching her a little and teach her. But after the first year, I didn't really have anything to do with Tyra's success. I think after the first year, I was just like don't listen to me anymore. You're probably already better than me.
Was that the time he like threw his paddle over the fence or something?
Yeah, I think it was in my neighborhood. Remember we had those courts, were like the tennis courts in the neighborhood? Yeah, and I think you just, I don't know, I think you just snapped one day. Yeah, it was tough. It's annoying. I mean, anybody that's played against Tyra, everybody knows how annoying it can be because the ball just comes back every single time. So
yeah, that was a really good time. I think I always took your advice. After like a year, I was kind of doing my own thing, but I like if there was anything major I needed help with something, like I would still text you about it and like you'd help out. But that was just such a crazy time. I was training with like Davis and like Hugo every day. And if you weren't there, and if you were there, we'd all be like drilling together. You guys would just hit me with a ball nonstop. You guys had delammed paddles that you would purposely delam for practices so you could bag each other. And I still have scars like on my knuckles from when I got hit from Davis and James, by the way. I'd get hit in the face, everything. It was insane.
Wow.
So I had no choice but to have fast hands, honestly.
yeah, I think that was, if anybody, I don't think anybody had like a more intense like first 3 months training arc in their pickleball career, specifically to build like fast hands. Because we've known each other since we were kids, so we had no qualms with just like ripping the ball at you. And like me and Dave would just, we had delammed paddles. Dave had like a delaminated gearbox or something, and
he had a legacy. Remember those? He had a delam legacy.
And he would just try to hit you. I mean, he loved to hit people. And this was, but then you just evolved past him. You just found out how to counter him.
I had no choice for my own safety. We were on court. I was training anywhere from like 6 to 12 hours a day when I first started. I was just having so much fun. I'd be at like open play and then I'd be drilling with like James or Davis or something. There was even one night after MLP Daytona where we came back and we were just playing at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? That was so crazy. We just went out and started drilling. It's just like, if you can be with your friends and just having fun and like playing a sport and make money, like, I think that's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty lucky for sure.
Okay, let's take it back a little bit. So you and James have known each other for a long time, right? And he's the one who convinced you to pick up a pickleball paddle. Can you tell us how he did that? What did he tell you to finally get you to start playing pickleball?
Oh gosh, I have a terrible memory. I don't remember exactly what happened. James might, but I just remember he'd like send random texts or like he'd like call me or my boyfriend at the time. He's like, you guys should play some pickleball, whatever. And we would just kind of like laugh it off. We're like, okay, like pickleball, like we're not going to try that. The sound of the ball annoyed me. I was like, isn't that for like older people? I'm like, I did not take it seriously whatsoever. And finally one day, I think he like came over to the courts or something and we ended up like playing some points. And James literally played us lefty and like, I obviously did not win a point. I was like, okay, this is embarrassing. I think after that, like I went to an open play or something and I was like, this is so much fun, like what the heck. And I enjoyed it so much. Then after that, I went to a tournament in Turkey for tennis, and I've told the story a million times, but there was like a really bad earthquake there. A lot of people died. My family thought I died. Everyone was just like freaking out. They didn't know what happened. My boyfriend was with me at the tournament. He left that morning. And his TV, the Wi-Fi wasn't working on the flight, so his TV was only showing like earthquake and the death toll, and it just kept going up and up. And that was the first time I'd ever been in an earthquake, and I was just freaking out. I was crying. I had sickness from it all day. And I was like, you know what? Like, if something did happen to me, I'm not enjoying my life right now. I'm not happy with tennis. No matter like how well I did, how many tournaments I won, who I beat in tennis, I was not happy with it. And that week or like a few weeks before, I'd watched James play. That was my first ever pickleball tournament or match that I've seen. It was when he was playing with Catherine in the finals of Minnesota. And it was the best, funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life. And I was like, you know what? I want to do that. I went home, I went full into pickleball, and I've just been playing every day since.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's crazy. I couldn't say it better myself. Yeah, that's crazy.
During your tennis career, you were coached by some big names like Rick Matchy, who coached Andy Roddick and the Williams sisters. Are there any big, important things you learned from him that still show up in your pickleball game today?
I think some of the like small basics, especially when I was trying to play singles in pickleball, he would like teach us something that's like called the flashlight, where you always keep the butt cap facing forward. So that helped me a little bit when I was playing singles in pickleball, but he was an amazing coach. He's so good with the fundamentals and everything. So I had a great time working with him when I was younger. I worked with a lot of really good coaches like Nick Volaterri, my dad. My dad coached Sloane Stevens and Coco Gauff. So I grew up around some amazing tennis players my whole life. Very competitive people, which did not fit my persona very well. But I learned a lot from them, how to be competitive, how to stay calm on the court, things like that. So it's definitely helped me a lot.
Nice.
So Katrina wanted to ask this. I think I already know the answer to this, but I'll ask it for the people that don't know. So you were named Hurricane. You were nicknamed Hurricane by your parents. Obviously, your older sister is Tornado, who also is Alicia Tornado Black. So can you tell me how that happened? Do you like it? Because I think it's kind of cool. Like it's about as cool of a name as one could have.
Definitely cool. Everyone thinks I gave myself that nickname or something. I was like, I would never ever do that. It was pretty embarrassing as a child, I think, because like people like make jokes and I'm like hurricane, but as you get older, like it's actually pretty cool and I really loved it. But I don't have a cool backstory behind it. My parents just wanted a cool name for marketing, and when I was born they gave me the middle name Hurricane, and then my sister got the nickname Tornado, so it's only actually my middle name, so lucky me. But yeah, I don't have a cool story for it, but I love it now and I just try my best to embrace it. They kind of stopped using it at tournaments. Like they took out Hurricane. They just put Tyra Black most of the time now. I don't know why, but yeah, I still love it.
So what part of your tennis game, because everybody's tennis game is super different, what part of your tennis game do you feel like translated immediately to pickleball? What were some things that you were like, okay, I have to switch this because I am having like a tougher time with this? Because for me, for example, like I felt like the hands part was always really easy, but like drops and dinks were like super tough. What do you think?
I think drops and dinks were very tough. I still have not perfected that yet. I don't know if I ever will, but
Me neither.
I'm trying to learn. Maybe that was my issue because you taught me how to hit dinks and drops.
Yeah, exactly. That could be the problem.
I still wonder that till this day. Like, is that James's fault? I don't know, but I think maybe like my cut volleys translated really well. It's something that not many people use, like my cut overhead also. People would tell me not to do it. Like I was watching back a video when I first started, and I think Annalie's mom was like, she needs to get rid of that. She can't be doing that if she wants to be pro or something like that. And now her daughter does it, and many people on tour use it, which I think is really funny. So I think those little things, and my drive, it's not the best drive according to Ben Johns and some other people. But it is really tough for most people to hit. I hit like kind of like an undercut thing, which I also did in tennis. So I remember he's like, did she even play tennis? And that was how I played tennis. I hit a slice forehand for pretty much everything, and I undercut my drive in pickleball too. And I think that kind of helped me in singles in pickleball, and I think I did really well with it. And I get a lot of loose errors from my very high drive sometimes, which I think is really funny in doubles too. But yeah, I just think those little things, fast hands, I kind of had my whole life. My parents had me on a tennis court since before I was even able to walk, I think. They would just have me sit on the court. I'd have like a mini racket. They'd hold the ball on like a string or something, and they just worked on my hand-eye coordination right away. So I think that's just something I've always had.
Wow.
When you started competing in pickleball professionally, was there anything that surprised you about that competition side in comparison to tennis?
I think it's definitely changed a lot more now, but when I first started, everyone was super sweet, very welcoming. It was just like one big happy family. So it was a lot different than tennis. In tennis, everyone was just kind of out to get each other. Like if I would play any of my friends, even if nothing happened in the match, like sometimes they would never speak to me again. Sometimes they wouldn't speak to me for a few months. Parents would like tell their kids, you can't talk to her anymore, or something like that. It's like once someone's your competition, like if I won the match, it was a huge issue. If I lost the match, then everything would be fine. And I never understood that. Like, I'd always be chill with my friends. Unless they, like, hooked me really bad in a match, like, I would still always be chill with them right after, because it's like, it's just a game at the end of the day. I know it's what we're working for and it's our livelihood, but you gotta enjoy life too, you know? I don't want to lose my friends over a tennis match, but that's what would happen quite a bit, which was really crazy.
Yeah, so do you think pickleball might evolve into that eventually?
It's definitely evolving into that. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, before, if I would play someone that day, like we would still even like hit together and things would be fine. And now some people are like, we might play them like in the quarters or semis, like we shouldn't even practice with them. I'm just like, does it really matter that much? Like, I miss the old days. I feel like people are like that now too. Like if I beat any of these like top girls, sometimes they get really butthurt about it and they just will stop talking to me, stop training with me. I won't like practice with them for a few weeks, a few months after sometimes. Like it's getting really crazy. It's starting to remind me a lot of tennis. Even the parents, like I was at a tournament a few months ago and there was like a dad like yelling at his daughter. He's like, get your together, you better win this match right now, just like yelling, going off. I'm like, there's no way people are just letting this happen right now. Like I felt so bad. It was terrible. So it's kind of sad to see that now. It's good that the sport's developing and people are getting very competitive and everything, but I feel like it's kind of losing that kind of spark that it had before and what kind of drew everyone into pickleball in the first place.
Yeah. The wholesomeness is like kind of getting into toxicity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Do you think there are like certain players that are more, you know, if you beat them, they're just not going to be your friend after? Because for me, I don't care. Like I you know, if I lose, it's fine with me. But yeah, who are those players?
I could obviously never say that, but I think other people on tour know who those players are. But I'm not going to be that messy today, but maybe someday I will. But
yeah, I tried. I tried.
To each their own. They can act however they want, I guess.
Okay, we could talk about MLP too. So you were traded. How is that like? I mean, I haven't been traded, but I have been dropped. I guess I was just, you know, I guess being traded is better than being dropped. I was more so just like, yeah, just get this guy out of here. So what was it like when you were traded? Like, were you happy about it? Were you, you know, excited?
There is a lot behind this, and I was so surprised, honestly. I saw people online, like, she wanted to be traded, like, she's been planning this or something. I'm like, what do you, like, I did not know until Sunday morning before St. Pete that I was being traded. And I literally was supposed to move out that whole week and move into my new place where I'm at now. And I ended up only having 24 hours to move into my new place. Like, I did not want that, trust me. It was just a whole disaster. But I think I have been sick a lot this year. I think starting like November, I started getting sick like every other week or something like that. Like it was insane. And I'd have to take antibiotics and it ruined my immune system. And it just kept snowballing over. It was really bad. And I tried to play through it all year, but every time I got sick, I kind of got worse and worse. And the first MLP event, I told Mark, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to play. Like, I literally can't breathe. I had bronchitis. I have pain in my chest. I had to do a double dose of antibiotics and steroids to get better, which was crazy. I also had a strained hamstring I was playing through for 2 months because I didn't want to like ditch my partners like right before a tournament. And Mark is like, well, we need you here. So like, he just really wanted me to be there. He's like, we need you here. We need you this week. And I was like, I really don't think I'll be able to do it. And originally I wasn't going to go play. I was just going to go support the team. But once I got there, I kind of felt like I needed to play, which was a really bad idea. But I went into the tournament and I obviously had no energy. I was tired. I hadn't been sleeping. I'm just coughing all day constantly. I'm trying to take an inhaler between matches so I can breathe. I'm still on antibiotics, steroids, everything. It was just a disaster of a first tournament. And we also just got Brooke at the time. There was just a lot going on. And I showed up to the event and we didn't do great. Like, it was okay, but I didn't play well. My teammates didn't play great, but it's tough to play great when you don't even know who you're playing with that week. They're stressed out. They didn't even know I was playing till the night before. I didn't know I was playing till the night before. I had no reps with them. I'd been training on the right all year to get ready for mixed and stuff with J-Dub. Then I ended up switching to play with Augie. I hadn't played in like a week or two. It was an absolute disaster, right? Then I get better after the tournament, or like the Saturday of the tournament. And I went back home. I'm relaxing. We're supposed to go to Austin for our next MLP event. And I get sick again. I start to feel something on like Monday, but I was like, you know what? Just a small sore throat. I'll be fine. Then I think comes like Wednesday or something. I was going to leave that morning. And in the middle of the night, I was just in so much pain. Like, I was dizzy. I felt awful. Like, I could not get out of bed. I couldn't pack. I couldn't get ready to go anything. And I text Mark and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it this week. And obviously he was not too happy about that. I ended up going to the doctor that morning because I had not felt that bad, like, I think ever. Like, I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. and it turns out I had like a bad case of strep throat or something. It was just a disaster. And the doctor's like, well, you need to rest and get antibiotics, all these things. And I also had to send in like a note to MLP about being sick, and they did not like my note, which was a really funny thing because Parris and Caitlin Christian also pulled out, I guess, that same day. So I think they thought we were all just like making it up or something. And they threatened to fine me $25,000 for not showing up to the event.
Wow.
And I was like, are you guys serious right now? Because they did not like my doctor's note. And it was a pretty vague doctor's note, but even when I played tennis, like, that's all you really needed to send. Like, if someone's unwell and not feeling good and they can't go compete, like, you just have the doctor write everything down and send it in. But they were not happy with that. So that was a little bit scary. So I kind of thought I was going to have to go. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I am so sick. It is not worth ending up in the hospital. It was also 100 and something degrees in Austin. Like, if I went out and played with a fever, on antibiotics again, and with strep throat, I'm going to end up in the hospital. So I'm like, even if it cost me $25,000, I'm not doing it. So I ended up getting another doctor's note too. I sent it in. They just never responded to me. But then my agent's like, you're probably good. So I haven't been fined, thankfully. But again, like, I don't think Mark was too happy about it. I don't think he thought that I was as sick as I was. I sent him pictures that I was in the hospital. Like, I had pictures of my fever, everything. I was like, I literally just cannot do it. I'm not lying. Like, I've played for him for 2 years, and I've played sick, injured, everything for him, and I kind of hoped he'd understand that. I'd played sick before, so had Georgia, J-Dub, all of us. So we've kind of always just pushed through for him. So I was hoping that, like, this one tournament, he's like, okay, like, you're good. But I don't think he took it very well. And I think he thought I just did not want to be there, which was super crazy to me. But yeah, then came Sunday after the tournament. They did not do well. And he just called me and he's like, obviously you don't want to be on the team. Otherwise you would have been here. And he just said, I'm trading you. He's like, he made some jokes, which I guess I probably shouldn't say because it's about other teams. But Mark is such a sweet, amazing guy. He's just overly competitive, which is amazing. That's how you get to the top in things, right? I think he's an amazing person. His family, they're all great people. I think he was just really competitive and they had a bad weekend, so he was probably freaking out a little bit. And he's like, I'm talking to some teams. Is there anywhere you want to go? And I'm just like on the phone freaking out. I'm like, I really don't know. Like, I couldn't even spit out a name of a team. Like, it's like, I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what's going on right now. I was just like freaking out. And then I was like, oh shoot, if I get traded to another team, I might have to play this week and I need to move out. What am I going to do? There was just a lot going on. So yeah, that was super crazy. So I think it ended up being between like the mad drops and the sliders. And I was like, at least I'm going to go on a good team, you know? So yeah, that was pretty much it. Then I got a call from the owner of the sliders and he's like, oh, like, we picked you up, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that was it. Then I had to go to St. Pete the next week. Yeah, it was very crazy. Sorry for the super long story. There was a lot going on.
That's crazy. I mean, when I think of the sliders, the first thing I think of, and you might have seen this too, Katrina, the CJ Klinger and Leia Jansen beat. Did you see that? How did you feel when that went down? Because that was one of the funniest things. I'm honestly just hilarious. I thought it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I was so confused. I had been in such a bad mood already that week, so to see someone like go after CJ of all people, I was so pissed. I wanted to like fight someone in that moment, but I was like, you cannot do that. Like, you need to stay calm for your team, keep it together, keep playing, do your thing. But I was just so pissed off. I'm like, CJ, of all people, you're going to raise your voice at? Like, I understand if someone's like a dick or something and you get mad, or like you had a bad day and you just get snappy, because everyone has done that, I think. I've done that before. But there's just certain people you don't do that to, especially someone as sweet and innocent as CJ. So I just got so pissed off. It was so crazy.
Did you see what happened? I kind of missed it. Like, what was it that happened?
So basically, we finished the match. Well, Leia was heckling us the whole time. I guess she, like, hates the sliders, right? She hates Fern, who's our GM. She hates the sliders. She's just so pissed at everyone. And before the match, like, we're all doing our chant and talking, and she's, like, walking by, mocking us, just by herself, by the way. And it was just really funny. I didn't know what had happened, because I didn't know, like, she had, like, beef with them. So I was like, what is going on right now? And we get on the court, she's just, like, trash-talking Fern the whole time, which is just super funny. Fern's our GM, by the way. He's, like, a super sweet, chill guy. But she was just going after him. If anyone said anything to him from her team, she'd get so pissed off. It was just a whole thing. Then we go and play our women's match, and we finish that first game, and we're switching sides, and CJ like goes to tap paddles with us, and she just goes, "Move!" And I was like, who was she talking to? I was like, CJ? I thought it was so crazy. And I went over to Regina, who was on the bench with us, because I've been working with her a little bit. And she's like, it's okay, like, calm down. She said something else, and she's just like, it's fine, whatever. And I was just, like, so heated. Like, I want to go back and say something. But I'm like, do not fight with anyone. Just stay calm. Leave it alone.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, can I ask you a couple paddle questions? So...
I don't know anything about paddles, but go ahead.
Oh, no, this is just how you feel about paddles. It's, you know, like, because a lot of people are curious how the pros feel about, like, for example, some pros like softer paddles that have, like, a little more dwell time or something. Other pros like stiffer paddles. There's, like, a big, I think, variance with pros, actually. So, like, do you have a preference if you were to say, you know, some paddles might feel a little more, like, dense, and some paddles might feel a little more hollow, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you kind of like a dense, like, stiff sort of feel, or do you like more of like a plush, like, soft feel? Like a super stiff paddle might be like, you ever hit with like the Selkirk Power Air, or like, you know, the Tech? Yeah, that's like the over here stiff, and then like the opposite of that would be like a super broken in, like, you know, Yola or like RPM or something like that.
Yeah, I think that Power Air was like one of the first paddles you ever gave me. Played my first tournament with it, and I don't think I used it again, by the way. That paddle was a little too stiff for me. I could not control the ball whatsoever, but I do like a stiffer paddle, like the one I have. It's the Hurricane Pro. It's kind of like, it's similar to like the old Solaire, I think, from Yola. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a Gen 2 paddle, I believe. I just don't like the ones that have more dwell time and that holds on a little bit longer. I like something that's just like poppy, like quick off the paddle. A lot of people say you don't get power with my paddle, but I just put a little bit of lead on there, and I just kind of change my swing a little bit. If you have short, compact swings and your timing's on, like, you can get a lot of power with those paddles. So I really like something like that. I've tried the other paddles, and it's just not for me. I know a lot of people love them, but just for me specifically, like, I don't think it fits my game style.
Well, I mean, there are a bunch of pros, I think, that like a stiffer feel, like not as stiff as like the Power Air, but like kind of like in that moderately stiff range. Like, why do you think that is? Like, why do you feel like you feel more comfortable with like a more stiff, or like maybe that's not even the word, just like kind of like a crisp, like, feedback?
I feel like it just depends on your game style. For me, I like to do a lot of slicing and everything on the court and the angles, and for some reason it's a little bit more difficult for me with the other the newer paddles, especially the ones with the dwell on them. Like, it just doesn't hold on to my slice the same way. I don't know exactly. I haven't used a whole lot of paddles in my career, so I've just kind of stuck with what I liked. I feel like it just fits my slice and my like short, compact swings pretty well.
Yeah. Some people are like, does grit matter? Does grit not matter? I try to tell people, like, the pros care a lot about grit. Like,
yeah,
pros care more about grit than almost anything. Like, okay.
100%.
You agree? Okay, just making sure.
No, it's so funny when like these players get like a new paddle or something from their company, which they haven't like used before, and we're at a tournament and they come with no grit and everyone's just freaking out. People don't know some of the stuff that's happening like the day before the tournament. It's just so funny sometimes. Everyone's like, there's no grit on my paddle. There's people on the practice court like hitting their paddle, looking at it every 2 seconds, throwing it. It's just really funny. If there's no grit on the paddle, you have some unhappy players out there for sure.
For sure. That's the one thing people don't realize about, like some people have this like misconception that the pros are like, they can win with any paddle, like they don't really care which paddle they use. Totally not true. Like, the pros
are so picky.
Oh my gosh, so picky. And rightfully
even
so.
If the weight's off by a little bit, they are freaking out. Because sometimes when people send in paddles, they come in at different weights. There's a lot of pros that travel with the little scales, and they weigh their paddles before so they can just weigh it up perfectly, so it's the same every time. If it's not, you can feel it right away. You notice it, all of those little things. It is very difficult to switch paddles. Like the Jansens, I think they started off the year, they were still doing very well, but according to other people, they weren't doing so well anymore, and they like lost it or something. But they had been playing with almost a different paddle like every single tournament. No one understands how difficult that is, apparently, because I could not be doing that. when some of these pros switch paddles, like, they just cannot play anymore. So the fact that J-Dub and Georgia were still doing as well as they did with the paddles they were using and different ones every week was absolutely insane, and they should get some props for that, honestly.
Totally. I think the other reason for that is, like, at the rec level, or like even honestly like the 5-0 level, there's just so much bigger margins, and the hands battles are less long. Like little differences don't really make that big of a deal, because if you're playing at the 4 or 5 level, like, your drops don't have to be perfect, like your resets don't have to be perfect, you're fine. But like at the pro level, it's like the margins are so slim that like any minor difference in your tech, like whatever paddle you're using, it can definitely make a difference. I mean, I knew a guy, I won't say who it is, but I knew a guy on the pro tour who actually had a grit tester. It was like a Starrett meter that he would bring with him to the tournament. Every time he got a new paddle, he would test it, and if it was like not
Who
grit,
was that? You can blur it out, I guess.
I can't say it.
I want to know.
I don't think he's even
Was
playing.
it you?
No, I should have said it was me. It wasn't me. No. That would be funny. I mean, I'm making my own paddles, so I have nobody to blame but myself. But basically, I will say the grit is like, because there's manufacturing variants. Like there's some paddles come in grittier than others, and people are, pros care a lot about that. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Wide body.
Stop.
Why is it that you like the wide body? What is it about the wide body that you prefer? Because I know we've talked about this privately many times. It's a debate.
Oh my gosh, I thought this was gonna go somewhere else. I feel like I have a better sweet spot with the wide body. I just really like it. Again, like, I've always used it pretty much my whole career, so I just really love it. I think just having that bigger sweet spot is huge for me, especially coming from tennis. Like, I wasn't great with my timing and everything with like the smaller pickleball paddle, so to be able to have that bigger sweet spot was a huge thing for me. It definitely helps with my control on the court.
Yeah, for sure.
Alongside MLP, obviously you play on the PPA tour, you play mixed doubles, you play women's doubles. How is that competition different from MLP? What are the vibes like? And then which one do you personally prefer?
MLP has been my favorite pretty much since I started, because I just love the team atmosphere. I've been so lucky where I've only been on teams with great like ownership and really nice people, and it's just always like a really good fun time. So that has just always been my favorite, and getting to play with different people. But then I ended up being on the same team for 2 years, so I think it changed a little bit. I always had the same partners. Sometimes it would feel a little boring on the court, just like playing with the same person so much. But, well, I guess not with my team. I guess Georgia, like, I love playing with her. It's always super fun. Me and Augie were always in different places on the court, especially when it came to strategy. So I think it was a little tough sometimes, but we would still always have a good time out there. And off court, like, we'd get to go hang out with each other after. We'd stay at the same Airbnb. We ate all our meals together, and I just always have such a good fun time. And everyone just ended up feeling like a family, and you're around them like 24/7. So it was just really nice to kind of have that family feel. But then I ended up playing with Georgia in PPAs, so like then I still get that same feel over there. So now it's kind of tough for me to pick, I guess.
Yep.
So you've been playing on the sliders already. How has it been like playing with Parris, Andrei, and CJ?
It has been so much fun. I have only played like 3 events this year, which is so crazy to me. I think I was supposed to play like 5 or 6 total or something like that, maybe. So it's just kind of weird. I feel like I didn't really get to play my full MLP season like I usually would. But I think especially switching teams was a little tough because I only had like a 2 or 3 day notice. So the first event was a little bit rocky. The day before the tournament, actually, I had a small procedure and I had to be sedated, which was really crazy. And I wasn't supposed to exercise or do anything. And I ended up having my friend drive me to the tournament. I practiced that day. I later found out that you can pass out if you play after sedation. So that was probably a bad idea. So I was a little out of it for the first tournament. I don't think I was 100%. My mom ended up being in the hospital also that week on the Wednesday. We thought she was going to die. It was just like, it was a disaster of a week. So I don't think I brought my full energy to the team, unfortunately. But the last 2 events that we played together were so much more fun. We would get to have like team dinners. We could practice together. We could just like really enjoy our time. And things have just changed so much. CJ is awesome. I love being on the court with him. He's like a little comedian on the court when he like puts his hands up and everything, and he's just like trying to pump the crowd up. It's so funny, and playing with Parris is just amazing. I've played with her so much since I first started, so it was kind of easy to get back into that feel together. And Andrei is just amazing. He's a great captain. He's always so intense and so serious. I don't think I can bring that same energy that they have, but I'm trying my best to do it on the court.
So you mentioned it was either the sliders or the mat drops that you might have been transferred to. Are you happy with the sliders, or do you think maybe it also would have been fun to get on the mat drops?
I think both teams would have been fun, just because I've played so much with Catherine also, and I've played a lot with Parris, so I think either way it would have been good, and I also could have played with a lefty or righty on either team, which would have been awesome too. So I think either way I would have been really happy, but I love the sliders. Everyone has been so amazing and super welcoming so far, so I'm really happy with where I am right now.
Who are the 3 cutest boys in Pickle?
I felt like you were going to ask that. I thought you were going to do your top 5 thing again.
Just 3. I'm making it easy. Just a simple 3.
3 most attractive guys.
You know, I'm not available anymore because I'm banned. So I know you wanted to put me on, but you can't put me on anymore.
James is going to be number 1, but he's not playing, so I can't put him there, unfortunately. I feel like everyone can agree Roscoe is like really, he's like handsome. Maybe like Roscoe, Christian, Jay, something like that. I feel like I'm missing people, but off the top of my head, those are the 3 I can think of. They're just like your basic handsome guy. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're for everyone, you know? Am I missing people? I feel like I am.
I can't make comments. This is between you and Katrina.
You asked the question.
I'm only asking the question. I'm not. No fault.
What is your answer, Katrina?
Oh, no. Don't ask me that. I agree
well,
with
I
yours,
answered, so you have to answer now.
Yours is a good
I feel
list.
like I'm missing someone. Like, I took someone out. Like, I don't know who else should be in there. You have to answer now.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I'm not prepared.
James.
I'm not prepared.
I was not prepared either. James, what is your answer? You used to always say this.
Colin Johns? I don't know. I would say Colin Johns, Anderson Scarpa, and Jonathan Trong. Those are my top 3. That's just how, I don't know. I like consistent dinkers, you know, guys that are making balls, get to the kitchen, you know.
Those are 3 very different types of guys. Okay.
They all get to the kitchen.
Off the court, you're big on like hiking and traveling. Would you say that's your main way of decompressing from the competitiveness of the tour?
Yeah, 100%. I always try and find like something to do after a tournament or after a match day. So I love, especially when we go to somewhere like that's so beautiful and that has very scenic like hikes and everything like that. So sometimes after I play, I'll just go and like do a short little hike or something like that. I also started like painting after matches to kind of calm my mind, because like I would be so stressed and I just really need to decompress after a long day of like playing matches, playing fans, everything. So I just go back and paint. This week I was just a little on edge. I think I've just been stressed the last few months with everything going on. I almost went on like a 2-day hiking trip by myself up north. But I realized that was probably a bad idea to do alone, so I did not go. But I'm trying to plan something where I can bring one of my friends, so I feel a little bit safer. But yeah, I just love hiking and anything in nature, really.
That's so fun. Have you ever hiked in Hawaii?
I've never been to Hawaii.
Really?
I would. Yeah, I really want to go. It's just like kind of out of the way unless I have something there, but I feel like I should go now.
Yeah, they have some great hikes. You would love it.
It looks gorgeous. Xiaomei and the Johnsons went, I think, last year, towards the end of last year, and the pictures and videos looked insane.
Yeah. Where's your favorite place that you've traveled to?
So I have a few favorite places. I've traveled to a lot of countries, and it's tough for me to really narrow it down, but Italy is number 1 for me, 100%. Just the food, the vibes, everyone's just always having fun. No matter the time of day or night, everyone's like out on the street dancing. They're super friendly. Like, I just love it. I love Turkey. I love Thailand. I love Australia. Just kind of any of those places, I think. If I could go to any of those, I will be very happy with the food and the scenery, everything.
How many countries have you been to? You've probably been to more countries than me, because like tennis and stuff like that.
It's definitely somewhere around 30. I don't know.
Wow.
I've been traveling to a lot of, since I've been in Pickleball, I've just been going to the same places I've been to already before, so I can't add anything new to the list, but I think when I played tennis, I got to around 30 countries.
Okay, here's an easy fan question to start with. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Okay, that's not easy for me. Depends the brand.
Okay.
I guess right now it's probably strawberry or chocolate. I don't know. Strawberry or chocolate.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be more complicated than that.
No, that's like my basic go-to, but it depends on the company. Like Ben and Jerry's, I love the fishy food. It just depends.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you like to party? Do some of the other pros like to party? Do the pros party together ever? Like, what's that scene like? Because I never had any friends on the tour.
That is such cap. The number one person I'd go out with when I started pickleball was James, by the way. So Don't let him fool you. He didn't drink though. He would just go out for the vibes and to judge people.
Really?
Yeah.
Not true.
I try to go out at least like once or twice a month with my friends just to kind of like decompress and to chill. If I come back home or something, I'm like, okay, you need to at least go out once this weekend, spend time with your friends. I always see some of my old friends from tennis when I go out on the app too, so it's just like a fun thing to do, I guess. When I'm at tournaments, I don't really go out anymore because like I usually do well more recently and like get to championship Sunday, so like I can't really go out on Friday or Saturday like I used to. But when I first started, there would always be like a big group of people that would go out every Saturday night, I think, and everyone would just like get lit and have a good time and relax. But you don't see as much of that anymore. Everyone's just kind of like going into their own place, I think. But occasionally I'll go out like at a tournament or something like that just to kind of decompress, I guess.
Cool. Is it okay if I ask, do you drink?
Yes, I drink. Unlike James.
What's your favorite drink that you usually get?
I have to have like a super sweet drink because the taste
too.
of alcohol, I hate it.
Me too.
Like anything that'll make me that sweet. I used to only get like lemon drops or like a green tea shot or something. I would just want something that was sweet, easy to take down, and then I could just like chill and have fun. I wasn't huge on like sipping drinks and stuff like that. Like I just did not like the taste of alcohol. But yeah, anything sweet.
Me too. Same.
What do you do to train for your body? What do you do to like, how often do you do fitness and work out and, or do you just not even need to because you're just a beast?
I don't really do fitness. When I played tennis, I didn't really do it either. Sometimes I'd go through a phase where I'd do it for like a few weeks and then I just wouldn't do it again for like a year. That's kind of how I am in pickleball. I've done some Pilates in the last year, but since I started getting sick in November, like I've barely been practicing. I've barely been able to like go to the gym. Like I just have not been able to do anything. So that's like really annoying when you feel like you can't improve or even like maintain your level, I guess. Like I just feel like I've been all over the place. Everyone's out there training every day and I feel like left behind. Like I'm trying to recover like after tournaments, or I'm just sick when I'm at home. So it has just been very difficult. So my training has been very irregular recently.
This is more of a comment than a question, kind of. This fan says that you've missed 2 MLP Columbuses in a row, and they really want to see you. So do you think you'll make it next year, hopefully?
I think it depends on what team I'm on. We will see. We will see what happens. Yeah, I've missed 2 of them. That's kind of crazy. I've never played there. I'm kind of sad I missed it this year because I ended up being on Columbus, so that's kind of sad, but hopefully I'll be there next year.
What's your favorite shot to hit?
My backhand flick or my lob?
Nice. Where has been your favorite tournament city?
Shoot, that's tough. Maybe like just the city in general or like the tournament?
The tournament. A tournament that was held in that city. So, yeah.
Okay, San Clemente or Atlanta.
Okay. If we're at a cafe, what is the drink that you're ordering?
A matcha with honey.
Yum.
A matcha with coconut milk and honey.
Coconut milk. Yum. Okay. What's your favorite color?
Probably pink. I'm really big on like red right now, but I love pink. That's probably my all-time favorite.
Okay. What is your favorite discipline? So either mixed or women's. Or maybe singles.
Oh, darn. Mix used to be my favorite, but I think playing with Georgia is my favorite now, so I guess women's.
Okay.
That's tough.
Well, you mentioned painting already, but do you have another hobby that we don't already know about?
I love shopping. People probably already know that. I like to choose really random hobbies. So, like, I'll choose a new thing, like, every few days with my friends. Like, we've been to, like, a rage room, or we'll go to, like, to paddleboard, just chill at the beach. I'll randomly get into like reading again. I think I just like get all these random different things. Or we'll start going to the movies a lot more, finding different malls, or just finding like nice restaurants. It's always changing for me.
Okay, if you're at a restaurant, what's something that if you see it on the menu, you'll always get it?
Oh, tiramisu.
Yum. I love that.
I'm always getting it if it's on the menu.
Okay, if you weren't a pro player right now, where do you think you would be?
I would be a tennis player still, for sure. But
Really?
Where I'd want to be is I'd want to be a vet so I could work with animals, but most likely I would still be playing tennis.
Got you. Speaking of, do you have pets right now?
I don't have any pets. I travel too much. I had 2 cats, but I left them with my mom when I moved out because she had never lived on her own. So I was like, okay, she needs like something or someone around her, and she could actually take care of them, but I miss them.
Oh, I did the same thing with my dog and my dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I don't have any pets right now. Yeah. It's tough, but at least they have like someone to always watch them and everything.
Mm-hmm. And then, who's your favorite music artist?
My music tastes always change. I'm all over the place as a person, as you can tell from all of my answers. I really love Tate McRae and Morgan Wallen. Like, I will always listen to them, but I'm super obsessed with this song called Self-Aware right now. I don't know the name of the people who sing it, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm playing it like an unhealthy amount every single day.
Okay, I'll have to check
I think it's like
out.
Temper City or something like that. I don't remember.
Okay. And then last question. Who's one player, dead or alive, any sport, that you'd love to hit with pickleball?
Probably like Nick Kyrgios or something. Actually, I don't know. I want it to be someone that's like really funny, and that's probably actually not Nick. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Maybe James. James is a really cool guy.
Not true. All right, Tyra, thank you for coming on the podcast, gracing us with your presence. I really appreciate it. I'm sure Katrina feels the same way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.